Greetings one and all, it's me the Ninja Vira here, and it's that wonderful time once again, the 12 days of anime. Thank you for joining me on another day on this lovely Christmas Eve night. Right now it's the 11th day, and I hope the jolly good fat man has brought you whatever you wanted, or at least most of what you wanted. Or for those who don't celebrate, I hope you're having a really nice night, a very nice holiday in general. So, getting the season greetings out of the way, it is time to actually do this once again like I do with many of my actual top 5. You know, I usually do this at the very end when it comes to the 12 days of anime, and it's here once again, right here, right now. This is the 12 days of anime, day number 11, the top 5 animes that I have enjoyed in the year of 2018. So here we go right here. Now, I'm not going to be counting the animes that are still going, quote unquote. Right now, as of right now, I know you're expecting me to count JoJo's Golden Wind. I'm not going to be counting that one because obviously the anime is still ongoing right now. So, sorry to say this, but yeah, sorry to say this to y'all, but the anime is still going right now. So, unfortunately, yeah, it's not going to be counted for this list. I mean, if it did finish, like Diamond's Unbreakable did that same year, then that would be different. But maybe it will have a shot sometime next year, since it will be wrapping up next year in 2019. But for now, let's just focus on the ones that did complete, that did already conclude. Let's start off with number 5. Something at the actual, starting something that's actually, pretty simple, a very simple story that actually becomes way more intense later on, that actually has to do with two lesbian couples. And the thing is, they have to decide, because both of them, are somewhat stepsisters, and they have to decide how they're going to do this with their relationship, how they're going to stick with their love, because especially you have some confusion along the way. But when it comes to this drama slash shoujo type of anime, definitely going on number 5, a very interesting choice, especially putting a Yuri on the list, would be Citrus. Yes, Citrus is an anime that I actually really surprised that I enjoyed a lot, especially because after that I read the manga right away, and since the manga actually finished, which hopefully, even though from the way it ended, I don't know if we are going to get a season 2. Well, we probably will get a season 2. Depends on how to tie it all together, but we probably will get a season 2 eventually. However, though, regardless, I still really enjoy, the slice of life, the comedy style, the romance, between the two characters, how they're gonna work. It's cute, even though some people may find it a little bit, odd and, how the relationships work. I kind of like how it has a little bit of oddness to it, but at the same time, I also like the way that the characters are developing, together, and how they're trying to keep their, the little relationship a little bit of a secret and stuff like that. So I really do feel bad, but at the same time, I don't want them to be separate either. I don't want both of them to be hurt. Mentally, if you know what I mean. So yeah, putting right on top will definitely be number 5, which is Citrus. So number 5 definitely goes to Citrus right there. And I love the animation too. The animation is actually on point. I really do like the animation that they actually chose when it comes to the actual animation. I love the animation, I like the characters, and the dub and the subs, since I watch both of them, since Funimation simulcast both of them. The dub is pretty good, even though I prefer a little bit of the Jap one a bit better, but it's still pretty damn good for what it is. So that definitely goes with number 5. Going in with number 4 is Attack on Titan Season 3. Attack on Titan Season 3. Now, this actually was a surprising season for Attack on Titan. I didn't expect Attack on Titan to cover not only human sort of relationships, in a way where it's I know some people may find it a little bit too political when it comes to the way this season was built up, but the way that the action, the way that the story progressed, and a lot of interesting things were going on, and how the world itself was building way more up into the story, was actually very interesting. Not only that, what actually made this a very interesting season was the fact that it was more focused on the humans rather than on Titans this time around. And not only that, we did have some pretty crazy action and certain fights going down and almost a war breaking out when it comes to the series. Example, Levi versus Kenny the Reaper, and then his crew with the Survey Corps, and the other part were trying to rescue Eren and Historia. That was actually really great parts. Like the action pad parts like that were really done well, very done, you know, well animated. And of course, you know how they're actually stopping the other really big fat ass Titan, the one like that was dragging. That was actually kind of nasty, I'm not gonna lie. That actually looked really gross, like I'm not gonna lie. I almost kind of got a little sick from watching that. But regardless though, still really cool stuff. Like the season was interesting enough. The way it ended, it could have been better though. That's why I placed it on the number 4 list. The way it ended though could have been better. I mean, but however, it was like, whoa, like the way it ended, I was like, whoa, I didn't expect that at all. Like, oh my god, holy crap. Like, the way it ended, like, led us on a really big-ass cliffhanger. Like, I did not expect that cliffhanger to happen since I don't read the manga. Holy crap, man. Wow, that was incredible. So, the ending itself kind of leaves you with a whole bunch of stuff like, what the hell just happened? So then, of course, we have the next season to final that out, which probably will be sometime next year, which, again, we hope. But rumor has it was quote-unquote split the season into 2 parts. Now, I'm not so sure, to be honest, if that's still the case, or if it's just going to be a season 4. But we're going to have to wait and see. I heard sometime next month in January it's supposed to return, or sometime in April, but I'm not so sure. Anyways, though, so that pretty much wrecks it on my spot. And, of course, the animation's still on point. One thing that kind of bothered me was the opening song, though. It wasn't extremely hyped like the other 2 openings were, or 3 openings, excuse me. How they actually got you really pumped to get invested into watching this anime. But with this opening, feels a little bit different. It feels a little bit more downtoned. It feels more, like, not even Attack on Titan opening. So, there's that too. So, anyways, moving on from that. So, moving on. So, that goes to the number 4 spot, which is Attack on Titan Season 3. Really enjoyed the season, but the way it ended and everything else could have been better. Let's go with number 3. I gotta post more pictures, I forgot. Anyways, let's go with number 3. Oh boy. Number 3, we are going to be going with this anime right here. The one and only season 2 that I have been waiting for a really good while. Like the actual true season I've been waiting for video game adaptations, you know, besides Persona 5. Even though Persona 5, in my opinion, the anime to that could have been a lot better. I'm not saying the Persona 5 anime was bad, not saying it was bad, but it didn't make the cut for a reason. And the reason why, that it didn't really feel like it had some of the same heart and soul, like, let's say, for example, Castlevania had, or the Ace Attorney anime had, which, you know, technically still does with the 2nd season. So, that's all I'm saying right there. It doesn't have that same quality kind of heart and soul like those video game adaptations did. But enough about Persona 5. Let's talk about Castlevania Season 2. What I loved about Castlevania Season 2 was not only like how much of a progression of the story we got, especially, you know, what happened at the ending, which also confirms that yes, we are getting a Season 3 next year, so that's gonna be awesome. But I really did like how it sort of relates to real life. Like how, like, Dracula, he's someone who despises humans, but he likes most of the work that the humans created. Like, you know, all the science and magic that they created. However, it's like most of society in general, that pretty much pisses Dracula off. And you know why? That's pretty much relatable to real life. There are people who are basically, you know, people who don't like people in general, who are basically either antisocial, besides that, they're basically, here it is, they're basically like saying, okay, like, they are basically people who just like hate people in general because humanity, you know, kind of sucks. Like, they're just filled with all these like dumbass motherfuckers and shit like that. So, like, yeah, like, I can understand completely on where they're coming from. I really do. Like, I can kind of understand exactly like what it is. So, yeah, so I can understand. I can understand exactly where this is coming from. So, I can understand Dracula's feelings. I can understand perfectly well. So, it does make sense. Not only that, but I really, of course, do love Trevor Belmont absolutely hilarious. Love him. And also he's pretty cunning, kind of cool, calm, cool, and collected. And he's also just hilarious as hell. Same thing with meeting up with Alucard. Alucard, we get to meet Alucard this season, just like in Castlevania 3. Now, I'm not sure about Grant, though. I don't know if we're ever going to see Grant, though, because we're supposed to also have Grant in Castlevania 3, if I'm not mistaken. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't really have to. Like, it's one of those things where you don't really have to play the video game, because with Castlevania 3, we know how the story goes. But technically, since it was an NES game, it didn't really focus on too much on big stories like RPGs did, and etc. Like, in the game, we didn't really have cutscenes. We just had these different sections of, like, Trevor just going to all these different locations on the map of the NES game. They're meeting up with Cypher, with what the fuck was his name? Grant, that's his name, Grant, and of course Alucard. So we have all these people that we actually meet in the game, but there's not really a specific kind of story, if you get my drift. So that's the reason why that I love the way that Castlevania does things. You don't really have to be so invested into the actual Castlevania video game itself, and that's what I love about it. That's what I love about this adaptation of Castlevania. And then, of course, like, the animation, of course, once again, is spot on. The voice acting is definitely spot on, too. I know a lot of people aren't too fan of the English dub, but for me, that's how I watched it. Because on Netflix, you had the option between both, you know, the dub and the sub. And to me, definitely when it comes to it, I go with the dub version, but that's just me maybe being lazy. That's just me because, hey, it's already available as an option, so I might as well. And I still like it. I did check out the Japanese version, and of course, obviously, the Japanese is absolutely really great as well. But I definitely just prefer the English, like a Dragon Ball Full Metal Syndrome. That's like kind of how I prefer it. Even though they're different voice actors, like they're actually actual actors, that, you know, like actors that they actually used for the VAs, which is perfectly fine. Like, so it's not your typical anime. It's not, well, I don't know, too much typical anime dubs, where they use like the usual studios. I shouldn't say typical, usual, excuse me. Like Viz or Funimation or any other company, you know. This is completely different, completely off the wall of the game. So yeah, definitely when it goes to number 3, Castlevania Season 2, definitely worth the hype, definitely worth only 8 episodes. But hey, now you can actually watch them all in full sitting in 12 episodes. Season 3 is gonna be even better. I can feel it. Now let's go to number 2. Number 2, definitely didn't expect me to choose this one, or maybe you have. The 7 Deadly Sins Season 2. This I have been waiting for over 4 years, or 3 years, whatever, since the last season ended. And since I don't really read the manga, it was really nice to see all these characters again. Really nice to finally meet one of the last Sin members, which was Escanor. Praise the sun. Love the dude. Epic as hell. But what I really do love is that we actually got the new enemy, which is the 10 Commandments, which all have different personalities. Their powers are just pretty much godlike, and they're just absolutely ridiculous. Like, we had so many crazy fights going on, really awesome moments, really funny moments, really, like, dark and feel moments as well. So this season really kept me on my toes, especially when it comes to getting the characters back into training shape, like getting all the characters trained up and stronger again, and the way they use their different magics and their armors. You know, we got the knights and everything. Like, the whole medieval setting of the shonen works perfectly well. Because I'm a fan of both of those things. So it actually does work quite well. So definitely when it comes to number 2, 7 Deadly Sins, had a lot of awesome moments. Love Escanor. So many cool content. And of course, the way it ended too really gets you pumped up for Season 3. Which will probably eventually happen soon. Because as we all know, if you haven't heard, the manga The 7 Deadly Sins is planned to end next year, or 2019, just around the corner, since we're on New Year's, is about to end around there. So with 2019 around the corner, it's going to be the final year for 7 Deadly Sins. Wow, MLP's having its final year? Well, oh my god, wow, 2019 is going to be a crazy year. I can definitely feel it, with certain things, you know, pretty much ending. So I could really feel 2019 is going to be an insane year. It really is. I can already tell already it's going to be an insane year. So anyways, that's it for number 2. 7 Deadly Sins Season 2. Cheers to Season 3, whenever that comes out. Maybe, like, if not next year, probably 2020, maybe the most. We'll see. Anywho, now we go to numero uno, number 1. And this one, obviously, is not a surprise. Been a big fan of this since Season 1. Jumped on the manga. Almost about caught up since I'm a bit behind on the manga. I do apologize, but Obviously, it's the most popular one. You know, you might have seen it everywhere. People already post memes about it. Now, everybody has their own ships of the characters. Well, here it is. My Hero Academia Season 3. There we go, no brainer. My Hero Academia Season 3 gets the #1 spot for best anime, in my opinion, of 2018. Because what can I say? We had two really great, incredible arcs. We had first the summer camp stuff, or maybe 3 if you count the whole One for All stuff going on, especially with that. We had the One for All stuff going on, and of course the provisionary license arc. Man, oh man, it was the most insane season of My Hero that we got. Now, to mention the very end leaves us on a really big, incredible cliffhanger, which I like the way they did it here better compared to Season 2, how it was like a huge, like, really huge tease when it comes to, not a huge tease, but like the way they ended it didn't really feel too on the suspenseful side. It was a little bit more of a bittersweet, lighter note. Here, I love the way how it just like, oh shit, wow, what an ending. Now that's what I love a lot about endings like that. So that was really well done. The way they set up for Season 4 was brilliant. I cannot wait for Season 4. Unfortunately, you're going to have to wait a bit more longer because it's not going to be until the end of next year, around October, which really does suck. But hey, this will give you plenty of time to catch up to the manga and actually get ready for all those awesome moments when they eventually do get animated. Maybe we'll get some previews from time to time, what they're going to look like. But until then, cannot wait. Season 4 cannot come any more sooner. And until then, guys, that is it for my top 5 animes of 2018 and day number 11 of the 12 days of anime. But what was your guys' top 5 animes that you enjoyed of this year of 2018? And if you agree with my list, that's fine. If you didn't agree with my list, more power to you. So until then, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Click that bell, join the squad, boys. You know what to do. Follow my social media plugins, gamer tags, the Plus Ultra Discord, and of course the other links for the 12 days of anime. And until next time, peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky is the limit. Anime manga fans, keep supporting what you read and what you watch. That's it, and have a very happy holiday / Merry Christmas to you all. Until then, we will meet for the final day of the 12 days of anime. And I've got something a little more different planned this time around for the last day, so stay tuned for that. So,